Good to see you again for this Village Connect series on the study of Jesus' first sermon, his Sermon on the Mount, there in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5. We call these the Beatitudes, or the blessings. Jesus gathers the crowds on a mountain, northwest Sea of Galilee, northwest part of the Sea of Galilee, and he has them sit down and he preaches. And he gives them 8 blessings. And he says, this is in Matthew 5:7, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy." Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Bible scholars talk about this idea of mercy. They talk about this being godly, that the very nature of God is to be merciful. So in some ways, this blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. These are the ones who are most God-like. Blessed are those who embody the kind of mercy that God embodies over and over again for us all. One of our Bible scholars, Thomas Watson, says, mercy is grace of the heart. The definition for mercy is grace of the heart. If you embody mercy, then you carry this grace in your heart. It's the essence of compassion, extraordinary kindness. That's what mercy is. It's not revenge. It's not eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It's not keeping score. It's not hatred. It really is compassion. It's kindness. Part of a degree of mercy that I can't even fathom is this compassion, this kindness, this forgiveness in the midst of a horrible, horrible wrong. So you've heard these stories. One of them that captured me, in 2020, there was a man named Granville Ritchie in Tampa, Florida. He was convicted of a horrible, horrible crime. Granville Ritchie abducted and raped and killed a 9-year-old girl named Felicia, beautiful young girl. At his sentencing, when he was sentenced to death, at his sentencing, the father of Felicia, James, looked across the courtroom at this man who he knew had hurt his daughter horribly and then killed her, took her away from him, from his wife, from his family. And he said something extraordinary. He said, "I have no ill will against you. I have no ill will against you. I'm not like everyone else. The journey you have ahead of you, you're going to need God. I forgive you," he said. "I see you as a child of God too. The journey you have ahead of you, you're going to need God. I forgive you. I see you as a child of God too." Oh my goodness. I have no idea if that capacity for compassion is inside of me. And I'm stunned that it's inside of this man, speaking to this other man who took the daughter's life. It's that kind of mercy. It's this extraordinary compassion, this forgiveness, even in the midst of a horrendous, horrendous wrong. Jesus says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy." There's something about this interchange that's like karma in some ways. Karma, is the concept, comes from South Asian, Indian religions, Hinduism, Taoism, Buddhism. The idea that what you give into the world comes back to you. So if you give meanness and hatred, karma says that will come back to you. If you give compassion and mercy and kindness, that will come back to you. Jesus says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy." There's an exchange here, but it's not transactional. It's not that you are merciful so that you'll receive mercy. It's that you're just merciful. And by the mercies of God, you'll receive mercy as well. That's an important distinction. Some of you know this, that years ago I was privileged to be part of a delegation that was delivering an award to Mother Teresa at her house there in Calcutta in India. I'll never forget this, that as you walk in to the main receiving room, where every single morning those who are deathly ill, those who are dying, those who are badly injured, the missionaries of charity, these sisters, they go out in their white robes with that blue lining, and they collect these persons from the streets of Calcutta, often from the gutters, and they bring them in and they bathe them and care for them and tend for them. Many of them in their dying, they're caring for these individuals. It's this amazing compassion and mercy. Across the top of the entryway to the main room where they receive these individuals every morning from the streets of Calcutta is etched the words, "The body of Christ, broken for you." Comes from 1 Corinthians. The body of Christ, broken for you. It's the words that the Apostle Paul quotes Jesus saying at the table of the Lord's Supper when he says, "This is my body broken for you." Mother Teresa says that as she was walking through the streets, she started off as a school teacher there in Calcutta, and she saw all of these individuals who were lying in the gutters, who were dying, and she saw Jesus. That led her to leave her comfortable position, important position there in the school, and to found this order of sisters who would care for these in their dying, those whom no one else would touch, no one else would even see or look at or care for. It's this kind of mercy. Jesus says, "Blessed are the merciful, for you will receive mercy." The mercies of God. When I lead us often in worship, I'll invite us to breathe in God's mercies and to breathe out God's mercies to the whole world. To breathe in God's mercies and to breathe out God's mercies to the whole world. Jesus says there on the mountain, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy." You'll talk about that in these next moments. Acts of mercy. How hard that is and how easy that is. What that means in this day for you and for me. And how we've experienced the mercies of God over and over again in our lives. Hey, blessings be upon you always, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much. Lord be with you. Take care.